France may have the second biggest economy in Europe, but it remains resolutely stalled, unable to shake off the burden of debt or demonstrate convincing growth. The government has a very tricky balancing act, though, to perform. Stay true to its left-leaning mandate while driving through real economic reform. Today, the economy minister, Emmanuel Macron, outlined his determination to shake things up and scrap some long-standing traditions. Under his plans, the French may finally get a chance to shop on a Sunday, and some professions and industries will be opened up to competition for the first time. All this to howls of protest, of course, from the critics. So what's the problem? With me now is Yannick, who is the French fund manager at Sturgeon Capital since 1998, and he specialises in European policies at ENA. Welcome to you.
Thank you.
So how much hope, if you have a hope that France will reform, how much hope would you put in these new efforts?
Well, it's a step in the right direction. I mean, it's a basket of law from, as you say, labor law, opening up closed profession, and the opening on Sunday. And it will be, we still have to see what will be voted, because it's far from being certain that François Hollande will have the majority voting for everything or some part of the law. What is surprising coming from London, for example, is the fact that the most contentious part of this program is the law of opening up shop on Sunday from 5 days to 12 days a year, which doesn't sound a lot from London, but in Paris it become a great problem.
But France has, many people cite the main problem in France to be the size of the state, simply
yes.
the number of people who are employed by the government. But there is a reluctance to reform. Why not? Why not be reluctant to reform?
Well, I think there's two things. Specifically for François Hollande, I think he was not elected for structural reform. He was elected with a socialist agenda, which he tried to implement during the first half of this 5-year mandate. Didn't work, and now he's trying to push into a more reformist, more liberal agenda, which is different from his majority, but it's apparently his new what he wants to be remembered for, and it's the job of Emmanuel Macron. Will it happen? Nobody knows, but you have to applaud the fact that at least they're trying to do something. On the 22nd of January, there will be the first talk about this series of law. We will see if there's some compromise. I think even today, from the Prime Minister, we have there's some hint that he might reduce the number of days from 12 to something lower, because a lot of people within the Socialist Party are against it.
But there is no political momentum in France, surely. Hollande is a very unpopular president.
Yes, Hollande is very unpopular. I think it's 13% approval rating. Emmanuel Valls is around 37% approval rating. But on this specific policy of making the economy more liberal, I think there was 60% approval rating in the poll. So on those specific policy, as well of reducing public spending, I think there's 80% approval in the public. So there is appetite for the public for this kind of reform. Obviously, they're very difficult to push through, because you have to go against lobby like notary, bailiff, chemist.
So what you're saying is it's the political class which is the problem, not the electorate, if you think that reform is a good thing? Yes,
I think right now it was different 2 years ago, but I think today there is an appetite for those reforms. You have to push through the reforms through the different lobby, whether it's the political elite, whether it's the public servant, or whatever it's the profession you try to open up.
Yeah, we must leave it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.